Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Dan. Alright, and in this video I'm just going to be doing a quick tour of the food forest itself and just show everything that's going on. You know, and the reason I'm doing this is just let you guys get a look at how the food forest is looking now at the end of January. Today is the 30th of January. So, you know, within another month or two, we're gonna have a lot of trees start pushing out a lot of new growth. You know, we had a rough year, this past year, not 2022, because we had hurricanes. We had a frost early in the year in 2022, which was in February, and then we had the hurricanes in the summer, and then we had frost, some serious cold temperatures that in the end of the year. So the food forest took like a beating 2022. Hopefully 2023 will be better. So I just want to walk through and you see how some of the plants are looking, how some of the fruit trees are looking, some of the changes I've made with certain things, and just to give you guys a follow-up on everything that's going on. All right, so let's go check it out. All right, the first thing we're going to start over here. Everything here that's growing, this is longevity spinach. It's spread, it makes an excellent ground cover, and you see all this longevity spinach here. I planted only a little piece, maybe like a 6-inch piece, like 2 years ago, and I keep cutting it back, but it does keep growing. It spreads like a weed as well. So this is a longevity spinach. For some reason, I think it got protected from the cold because of the fence, and then maybe because of the water back here. That's probably helped. Why? Because the longevity spinach in the yard looking nothing like this. It's totally beat up. While this look like nothing, no form of cold damage or nothing in the wall. All right, but what I wanted to show you guys is this. This is the papaya that got chopped off from the hurricane. I think Hurricane Ian. And look at all the new growth since then. And it did well with the cold that passed through again, maybe because it's right here by the fence, so it's probably get protected by the fence and by the water as well. Because this seems like none of our past winter didn't do much to it. Yep, it's looking good. Multiple, so it broke right here, and look, there's multiple stuff growing out from it. Yep. All right, let's go over here. This is the hog plum, and if you look at it, guys, it's like totally bare. It's not dead though. Okay, if you show you that, let's go up right here. Let's scratch it. See, you could see the green. It just lost all its leaves, so in a spring coming, it's gonna actually just start pushing growth. And I'm using the hog plum tree as a trellis for the dragon fruit. And the dragon fruit, I put on a lot of new nice growth too. Yep, that's it. All right, let's walk around. Oh, let's walk down here. All right, this is another hog plum. It's gonna push out a lot of new growth too, so that's good. Yep. And if you look right here, the guava push on a lot of new growth and stuff. I think I'm gonna prune this back in the next coming weeks. Cause our last day of frost, I think, is the Ackee tree. The Ackee tree did, it wasn't showing no form of cold damage, but then a few weeks after, I see the browning in the leaf here. But for now, it looks good. It put on a lot of growth. Meaning since a lot of new growth came from this between like September and November. Yep, a lot of new growth. So the tree has gotten pretty big. So this is the Ackee tree. Over here, got a coconut palm, in the ground here, and this been here now going on 3 years. Yeah, so this is 3 years from just the coconut seed itself. Yeah, that's looking good. Yep. Over here we have, you know, Mexican sunflower, Lipia alba, bunch of Lipia alba. Then we have a citrus here from seed, you know, which always looks beat up. the citrus just always look like this in Florida. That's just so, or look, the leaves look weird, you know, but it's from seed. I just leave it here, totally on neglect, completely. Yep. Yeah, let me just show you something else that I add over in this little part of the jungle. I just added a soursop, because soursop I think it needs a lot of protection, especially in zone 9B. So I kind of planted here near to the fence, but near to other trees. You know, and that's one of the way I plant my stuff compact, because I want other trees to protect the other trees during the cold spell, in cold weather. So I just put this in the ground, not even a full week yet, and there was no leaves on it. This is a soursop, and it start pushing a lot of new growth, which is good. Yep. Yep. All right, let's step back here, and then right here we have a sugar apple, which haven't started put on no growth yet, but if you see, like, yeah, there's some little, yeah, it start pushing, like the signs of spring is right here. Yep, if you look right here, guys, see that? Yeah, that's signs of spring. Yeah, and then beside this over here, I think this is a world's best mulberry. Yeah, so I planted a small cuttings here, and it grew all this grew. Look at it, guys. I let you how tall it is. I planted a cutting of this cutting, and all this growth is from during the summer. It just grow. This tree grows so fast. So let's look over here. Then we have a mango over here. Let's see. This is a Fairchild mango. This is like just almost 1 year. 1 year in the ground. Yep. Looks like it's about to push something here, either new growth. But this Fairchild mango tree seems like it grew very, very slow, which I'm all right with that too. Yeah, it's grafted, so I'm fine with that. All right, let's walk over here. Then right here we have a sapodilla. This is grown from seed, so it's going to take a few years to fruit, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, you know, as the saying go, a man who plants a seed is a man who's preparing for the future. You know, so you know, I do a lot of stuff from seed. If I don't get the fruit, somebody will get the fruit. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. Yep. My kids may get the fruit. My kids may get the fruit. I have over here longevity spinach and some other native grass or weeds. I just let it grow. Okay. The ground need to be covered at all times. Yep. So it's creating a nice ground cover here. And over here, guys, we have this is a peanut butter fruit. Yep. Bouncing back now. You know, it's gonna put on a lot of new growth. You know, remember we're still in January, so a lot of the trees are gonna look beat up, but that's why I wanted to make this video, that you guys could see how everything is looking now, and in 2 months it's gonna be completely different. Yeah, and the guava, look, there's a guava here. I've been getting 1 and 2 guava from this tree right through the winter anyway, because you know guava is one of those trees that bears fruit 12 months of the year in zone 9B. Yep. Yeah, and this also gonna get a haircut. I'm gonna prune it back a little bit. You know, I don't want to get too tall where I can't reach the fruits. Guys, this is longevity spinach spreading all over. You know, making a nice ground cover with the native, you know, grass bush over here. And then over on this side, we have, you know, Okinawa spinach right here on the ground. If you look at the difference, let me show you something. This is the longevity spinach. It's just totally green. If you look at the Okinawa spinach at the back, have purple on the back. So I use both of them as just ground cover and just let them grow. Grow wild, yeah. Yep. Everything is growing organically. It's just nature. Nature is taking care of everything. Next thing here, guys, is this is my curry mango. This curry mango is now two years in the ground. Had this issue with cold early in the year or early in 2022. I cut it back, so all the growth here is new growth from this summer, the 2022 summer. So let's give it a good look. Loaded, full, beautiful tree. Yep, and this is another tree that's growing, no care, no nothing. It just grows there. Yeah, and look how beautiful the leaves are. Yep. If we turn over here, we have another mango here grafted. This is gonna put on a lot of new growth this year. This is a Malika. Right beside the Malika, we have a little curry plant there. The herbs have to be part of everything that we grow here as well. Yep. And over here we have a fig tree. All right, this fig, guys, I bought from Lowe's like 4 years ago. Put it in the ground, and it seems we have a nematode problem in Florida when it comes to figs. But this fig I have no issue. It's been doing so. What I'm going to do is graft multiple different variety of figs on these. Yep. All right, let's go over here. Over here we have a Australian berry should put on a lot of growth this year. We have a datil pepper that went through the cold, did everything. Hopefully it bounced back. So you see everything in the garden kind of look yellow and brown and all that stuff. That's just how it is this time of the year. All right. For some reason, look at this is my pickering mango. I thought this did great with the cold, but after a few weeks, sometimes the cold damage don't show up until maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks later. Cause this is like probably 3 weeks after. I'm seeing the leaves look like it did get some cold damage. Yep. So, and I notice this side of the plant is looking pretty good, but this side is like really like it got damaged by the cold. Yep. And this is like what, 3 weeks ago, guys. All right, let's walk back down here. The pigeon peas here is in full bloom. Yep. The papaya here. This is one tough papaya tree. Been through a lot. 2022. It's still standing. Some big nice fruits up there. It's good. Over here we have the Jamaica, the moringa, which I show in other videos. I use this as chop and drop mainly. Just prune it back and it's going to put on a massive growth. So just remember what this is looking like now, because you're going to see something completely different in a few months. All right, let's walk down here again. Let's go over here. The pigeon peas, tons of bees, and the bees love the flowers of the pigeon peas. So they're all over it. Yep. Under the pigeon peas we have a elderberry, right here. Yep, we have a loquat right here. Yeah, let's walk away. We have a loquat right here and a bunch of moringa behind the loquat. And then here we have a June plum, which is like struggling, but it, look, you see a lot of new growth. Yep. Yeah, a lot of new growth. This one, I think this is in the open, so it got hit by the cold hard too, but I see new growth, so that's a good sign. Yeah, yep. And then let's come over here. Yeah. So if you look right here, guys, you notice the dragon fruit is trellising right through and through the hog plum. Yep, so this is a nature trellis. Yeah. Instead of building a structure, I thought this was a lot easier here. I do have a dragon fruit that I built a structure for. And then over here, guys, I did move the Mysore raspberry. Look at the massive raspberry, beautiful. Look at the white in the branches. You know, I move it from, you know, it was more in a walkway and do have a lot of thorns. So I move it to, you know, to the back part of the food forest. Yep, and put it in ground. It wasn't a container before. So now it's actually in ground. Over here, that's my Maui mulberry. Guys, look how beautiful the leaves are. Yep, and that's pushing off a lot of fruits now and a lot of new growth. You know, the banana is still looking beat up, but as I tell you, 2 months from now, everything gonna look different. Even the moringa right here. See what it look like, guys? That's how I wanted to make this video. You know, cause my videos are more documentation too. You know, you guys could see what it looks like. You know, the food forests have that brownish yellow, but you know, but it's gonna look amazing in a few, you know, few weeks. Yep. And over here we have, this is my ube yam, you know, that I need to harvest. I think it's ready because it's all dried up now. Let's look at, this is my star fruit. As I tell you, remember we're in January, so it's gonna look, it's gonna, the leaves gonna look terrible right now, you know, but everything gonna be all right. You know, as the song goes, everything gonna be all right. Yeah, yeah, and there's some fruits here too on it. I don't know if they're gonna hold, you know, but normally the fruits are way bigger than this, you know, so, yeah, yep. And then this is the Suriname cherry, and the Suriname cherry is actually pushing off some blooms. Right here, yep, yep. And even from Suriname cherry, we have the Gumbachama here, and that's also pushing off some blooms here too. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you guys this mango. This is a cherry mango, a graft. This was a seedling, and then I grafted this right here. Yeah, and look at it, beautiful. Look at the graft, guys, and this is what it's looking like. A beautiful grafted mango. So I took the cherry, because now I realize cherry seems like it does extremely well. So I'm gonna just keep grafting cherry, you know. If it's just 3 variety of mango I have with 5, 6, 7 trees is mangoes. I love mangoes. Yeah. So trees that does well in 9B, because it seems like 2 winters in a row, it's just been just off the chain, and it haven't been like that. It was before that you get 1 winter cold, the next winter would be all right, and then, you know, but no, back to back, you know, serious cold temperatures, you know, so I reconsider how I do certain things in the food forest. Now over from the star fruit here, we have, you know, sea soap spinach. I have this all over the food forest too. If you see soap spinach here, there's some on this side too. It's a perennial spinach, yeah, and we have a katuk here. Look how beat up the katuk. That's how I'm happy to show you guys all this stuff. That means you're gonna see a big difference in a few months. Yep. Let's see what else we could actually show you guys. The annual garden still producing a lot of food, you know, kale, mustard collards. Yeah. Over here we have, you know, the everbearing mulberry, some big juicy mulberry. Look at the size of these guys, big, and they're pretty tasty too. This is a new addition to the food forest. This is a mountain papaya babako. Yes, I just planted this yesterday, so I kind of put 4 containers around it. This is ashwagandha in these containers. Yep. Yeah. So let's walk over here. All right. This is Rolenia. Yeah. So if you see, it start red. You see those buds? So it's gonna be ready to start pushing some new growth. Now these stakes was to help with the protection for the cover. Yeah. All right. Right here we have a beautiful, this is called tamarello or tree tomato. But because we have, there's a big nematode issue when I try to grow this ingrown, they always die. So now I'm going to try to grow it in a container and see if I have success with that. But it's been doing great in the container. Look how beautiful the leaves are. I had it protected on the side of the house, winter, the cold spells, and it did excellent over there. Yep. Yep. All right, let's go over here. This is strawberry guava. See there? Pushing a lot of new stuff right here. Yeah. Yep. New growth. This is Perennial. So you see the new growth popping up there. That's good. Yep. Over here I have a bunch of seedling. This is what? Mame sapote seedling, M-babe seedling. A lot of different seedling here. Yep. That's the araza fruit right there. Yeah. More on a protected area of the garden. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Vegetables in these containers. Still have a bunch of ginger to harvest from here. These containers, I harvest turmeric from them. If you notice, I added rabbit manure to these containers, getting them ready to replant back turmeric in. I still do have containers here, white turmeric, black turmeric, green turmeric to harvest from these containers here. And I think that's another black turmeric. The what's the name? This is a miracle berry. It's had a rough winter, so it's gonna bounce back. Just like to show you guys all this stuff. And we have another Soursop here that's pushing a lot of new growth. This is in a container still. Yep. Bananas, I kind of clean up these because I was like, okay, I don't think I'm hoping we don't get no more serious freeze. So that's it, guys. So you see that brown, yellowish food forest right now, but all that is gonna change in a few months. Yep. Everything will change in a few months. All right, guys. So that was it. Just a quick tour. I let you see what the food forest is looking like in January 2023. So within like 2 months, everything should start growing. We should get some rain. Everything should be just lush in a few months. All right. So, the next tour I'll do probably won't be until about like 2 months from now. I'll give you another update of how the growth and everything is actually looking. All right. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll be blessed with peace, love, happiness, and kindness. One love.